Okay. Uh, so now in this video we will be discussing about the mouse listener interface on AWT. In the previous video we just saw about the key listener interface. Here the same thing will be happening for mouse listener interface. There we were having three methods: key pressed, key tapped, and key released. Similarly over here we'll be having mouse clicked, mouse pressed, mouse entered, mouse exited, and so on. Okay, now there are 8 types of mouse events. First, mouse clicked, mouse dragged, mouse entered, mouse exited, mouse moved, mouse pressed, mouse released, and mouse wheel. Its descriptions is given below and easy to understand. Now, mouse listener interface. The mouse listener needs 5 methods that needs to be implemented. The rest 3 have default code written in them. So the general form of these methods are shown below. Void, mouse clicked, mouse event e, the same as the key list as the key event as the key listener we were doing. It was also having the return type void. Instead of the method name mouse click, it was having key pressed and so on. It was having the key event and not the mouse event. Here we are having the mouse event, the same, the object e. Okay, now this should be the desired output, that is over here. Mouse exited, mouse entered, everything appropriately should be displayed over here whenever we are giving the input via the mouse. Okay, that's it. Let's start with the code. Now let's again create a project, that is file, new project. What should be, I'll be using Java project. Yes, it should be the project name. Let's say the project name should be mouse listener. I'll directly finish it. So mouse listener, this is created over here. I'll create a new class again with the name of main. Public static void main, do you want? Yes, I want it. Okay, here's is the code generated. Now let's start with the import statements. Import statements will be the same as that of the previous one, that is import java.awt.star and import java.awt.event.star. Okay. Now public class main, again it should extends window adapter and should implement mouse listener. Over there we have used key listener, over here we'll be using mouse listener. Now what is wrong over here? Public class main extends window adapter implements mouse listener. Okay, I'll have to define the window adapter over here, so that it will be giving me the red line over here. Doesn't matter, don't worry. Now let's define the constructor main. No, sorry, before defining the constructor, let's see what all things are we going to require. This was the thing that this is the kind of the frame which will be, this was the kind of GUI which will be requiring. So we will be requiring a frame, a text field TF. Okay, sounds good. This will be a text field, mouse exited. We can use a label also here, but just to change the things I'll be using text field. We can use the label also, the same thing, then the same thing in which we have used before for label l.set text mouse click, the same thing which we can implement over here also, but I'll be taking the example of text field. Okay, now we'll be requiring a frame, we will be requiring a text field TF, let's say. Okay, now in the constructor let's initialize our frame, f is equal to new name. Now I want to set its size, that is f.set size 400, 400, that is, but 400 is the width and 400 is the height. Now I want to set it as visible, set visible as true. Okay, set layout null. I'm quite interested in placing the components by myself. So I always do it set layout as null. But if you want to save time and you do not want to calculate the things and all, you could use ready-made layouts like the card layout, grid layout and all. Okay, set title, let's set the title as video 2. Okay, Okay, and set title is done, set visible, set layout, set size. Okay, everything is done. Let's call the init components to initialize our components and add components to add the components to the frame. Okay, sounds good. Now let's write the code for init. Public void. I'm the mistakes over here. Okay. Now text field. Frame we have already initialized, so the thing which is left is text field. Text field is equal to new text field t. 20 is the number of characters it could take. Okay, sounds good. Now what should be tf.set bounds? I could write it in the add components also, or over here also. I'll be writing it over here just to get a bit of change. 20, that is the x coordinate, 50 y coordinate, 100 will be the width, and 20 will be the height. Okay. Now, add components, public void add compo ents. Okay. Now in the frame we will have to add the text field. Okay, we will have to add the text field. Then we have to add window listener, the window adapter class one. Okay, then again we have to add frame.add mouse listener, since we are implementing the mouse listener interface. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Now let's write the code for public void add components. We will be raising window closing, right? Window closing. Window event e. Okay, public void window closing window event e, and again frame dot dispose. Okay, sounds good. Okay, now what we will be doing, window closing is done. Now we have to define the 5 methods, that was mouse entered, mouse exited, mouse clicked, mouse pressed, and mouse released. So let's get started with that. Public void mouse pressed, it will take mouse event class object. Let's take it as e. Okay, tf dot set text, let's say mouse pressed. Mouse pressed. Then let's change the color of the frame whenever we are performing these 5 functions. So okay, f dot set background color. Let's set the background color as color dot red. Seems good. Okay, I'll be copying the same piece of code for 5 times. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, mouse press is done, then mouse released, then mouse released, instead of red let's make it as pink. Mouse exited, instead of pink let's make it as green. Pressed is done, released is done, exited is done, clicked. Color dot, let's say yellow. And one more is remaining. Mouse pressed, clicked, released, and exited I have done. Yeah, okay, exited is also done. Acha, entered is remaining. Yeah, entered, mouse event d field. Okay. Mouse entered. Now what should be the color of this one? Let's set it as blue. Blue is done. Kya? Red, pink, green, yellow, blue. Okay, it's not done. Okay, sounds good. And over here, let's just make it as new main. Let's call this. Okay. So let me check if there is any error or not. No, it sounds good. Let's check if the code is running properly or not. Again, run as, right click, run as Java application. Okay. Okay, mouse entered, mouse exited, mouse pressed, mouse clicked. Okay. It looks like the program is running wonderfully. Okay, that's it. Close. Okay. That's it from my side for this video. Thank you guys.